while since we put a video out. We had to move our shop. That took an awful lot of doing. We got the boat up here. We're moved now. We're working on the boat. A lot of big changes. This boat actually has become a powered catamaran, electric powered. And over the next few months, we'll show you how it's going to come together. Took 4 containers. We installed some sliding barn doors on them so we could get some good access. This side over here has our storage and hardware department. The south side over here has tools. We have roughly 40 by 80 feet inside. We have a lean-to shed out to the south side where we keep the compressor, the generator, and we put a lot of work into it so far. It's bright, it's airy. We're still, it's hard to imagine, it's been a year we've been trying to get electricity, but we're actually getting closer. And we'll give you a full-on tour soon.
We paralleled four strings together. So this is a 24 volt, 1200 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery pack. This is the eMoose BMS, and what the eMoose BMS does, and what's kind of special about it, is that it can monitor each individual string of these series cells, and it can monitor every individual cell in them, as well as monitor this as one parallel pack. Where most BMSs, you would have to have paralleled 4 cells first, then series 8 of those groups of 4 together to make a pack, and your BMS would actually look at 4 cells as one cell. So this gives us more flexibility and allows us to monitor each individual cell in this pack, even though it's a series and parallel configured pack.
Call that the clamp shrine. And walk from within. This is a piece of 3/4 Coosa board. We coated it with resin and we put some primer on it. We laid all these babies out and got them all straight and everything. We drilled through, and then on the back side we drilled through with a 5/16 bit and put these stainless T-nuts in that we then just put a little epoxy on them. They'll be just fine. This is actually for the other side of the boat. This is where the MPPTs will go in, and then we will have the rest of it goes a little bit separate. There's not quite as much room in the same place on the other side.
Okay, so what we got going on in there is that's going to be our battery box that contains our house bank. It's going to be a 24 volt battery bank. It's going to have 1200 amp hours, and that's going to go to our 2 24 volt 5000 VA Quattros, and that's the containment box. There'll be that groove right there is going to be for like a plexiglass covering. You know, you'll have to remove it with screws to be able to get to it. Yep. But we'll have our BMS and everything contained within that box, and then we'll have our inverters.
Well, stay tuned. Same cat channel, same cat station.